and may I just say, if there is any factual truth to London during this time period, I am crossing this off my time travel list. Pip pip not so cheerio. Bonk. Hello, I'm Rose, and the theme of this video is reading books I already mother-effing own. It's a revolutionary concept, I know. Allow me to give you a little history here that's probably not necessary, but I want you to know anyway. Don't worry, I've got some quippy things to say to keep it fun. I'm finally getting back into reading regular books? Physical books on the regular, because for the past several years, to be honest, I've 99.9% of the time been reading fan fiction, and oh, I can just feel the judgment through the internet and through the cosmos already. I know fanfiction has a bad rap, and that's probably because it's usually only the bad fanfiction that is talked about, because what do you know, people love to talk about negative and salty things. I promise you though, there are many phenomenal fanfiction authors out there. I read my fanfiction exclusively on Archive of Our Own, or AO3 for short. I've read numerous stories from authors on AO3 that were honestly written better than published work. Published work does not equal quality, which I think we all know that. There's good and bad in fanfiction, just as there is good and bad in published work. Don't at me at this. Not that you really could, because I don't use Twitter or really anything else besides YouTube, but my sentiment still stands. So back to my original point, I've been reading physical books on the regular again. Go me! I have a bookshelf behind me with several books that have been waiting just damn near eternity to be read, and that's what I'm in the process of doing. This process is, what do you know, it's helping me weed out which books I want to keep and which ones I want to donate. If I don't like a book, or I know that I'll never read it again, then I don't need to keep it. I want my bookshelf to be filled with things that I love. This is a loving bookshelf. No room for negativity here. I rarely buy books anyway, but I figure I should read what I have before I skip off and purchase anything else. Okay, history lesson over, but class is not dismissed. Stick around. So a couple of these books that I am about to talk about I have read in the past, but I wanted to read again, because this process is not only about reading books I have not read, but just rereading books to decide what I want to keep, what I want to get rid of, all that good jazz. And sometimes you need to reread things to decide this stuff. Wonderful, that was so succinct. Anyway, so this reading journey will turn into, I guess, a loosely connected video series. And what I mean by that is, as I work my way through my bookshelf, each video will have its own theme, such as rereading The Lord of the Rings, which I have not read since I was like 13 or 14 years old. Another video will be my journey of working through, boom, this beautiful, thick girl, all of Jane Austen's novels. I've only read Pride and Prejudice, and which I also want to read again, but you know, that a lot of stuff to get through, which I would like to do, so that shall happen. Hopefully all of that made sense. I'm sure it did. I do want to give credit to Kat from Paperback Dreams, who finally lit the spark that started the rebellion. That is probably the wrong analogy, at least for me. It might be applicable to someone else. Anyway, she inspired me to start reading physical books again, so thank you, Kat, and also thank you for introducing hooping to me, because, well, I'm into that now too. Hello, and welcome to a segment in which my refrigerator is just my background music, and I'm going to show you my beginner skills of hooping. I used to do a little bit of hooping, no big thing, when I was a child, and haven't done it since. I still know how to hoop. There's that. Yeah, this is probably not the best angle, but what else? You can see well enough, so okay, here we go. Yes, you can see me? Yep. I can do some turns. It's freaking magic. No, it's just boom. The power of my hips and stomach and whatever the frick allows me to do that, gravity and such. This is going on too long. There it is. there's your visual proof I may come to regret. Good for me. Okay.
Bonk.
No judgment from the peanut gallery. I'm a beginner and I'm just having some fun. Okay, books. Let's talk about some books. That's probably a good thing to do. So, I kicked off everything sometime in December. Not there yet. Sometime in September with rereading. Check please. Is this year 1? Yes. Years 1 and 2 by Ngozi Ukazu. I do have right there year 3, which I have yet to reread, but you can bet 3 apple pies that it's going to happen. Okay, so I don't have to hold both of them up. I'm gonna hold, yes. Got it, perfection. I freaking adore this hockey comic that follows our protagonist, Eric Biddle, an enthusiastic Southern baker, former junior figure champion, figure skating champion, I've got this, and now NCAA League hockey player through his 4 years in college. This year 1, it follows him during his freshman year. Year 2 follows him during his sophomore year, and so on. Ngozi is currently writing year 4. She's in, the middle of it. Oh god, I am not ready for this to end. Okay, let's continue to move on. So, this comic, it follows Eric, or Biddy's, challenges of being an openly gay hockey player, and also just witness some pretty sweet romance along the way. I didn't know a damn thing about hockey before reading this. The only thing I knew was people zipping around on knife shoes and aggressively trying to hit a puck in a net. Yeah, that was it. You honestly don't need to know anything about hockey to fully enjoy this comic. At least that's what I think. And full disclosure, my love for this story deepened by reading an absurd amount of fan fiction on this comic. Sauce and bro. It has also just been a freaking delight to witness Ngozi's skill as a storyteller and an artist just continue to grow over the years since she started this comic. Webcomic? Technically it's still a webcomic, but, published at the same time. She's got both going. She's doing it all, folks. Where was I? Yeah, just that. I am freaking proud of this talented lady. 10 out of 10 would recommend. 5 out of 5 stars. Is my bias playing into this? Probably, but it's all worth it. Yes. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. But I'm actually not done. Next on the list, after that, I revisited Shalom, The Tao of Pooh by Benjamin Hoff. This is a nonfiction philosophy book that I think is a great and clear introduction to the practice of Taoism, which in essence is about finding happiness and balance within ourselves and the world around us. The author brilliantly teaches this stuff with the help of Winnie the Pooh, who turns out to be the embodiment of Taoism. It's freaking adorable, okay? I also did a full review of this book. You can click the card here, or I'll leave a link in the description box below if you want to check that out. Yeah, this book is basically teaching happiness, positivity. You can't really go wrong with that. 5 out of 5 stars. I've read this 3 times in my life, and I know I will read over and over to remind myself. How to Find Happiness. Yes, nailed it. Next, a previously unread book is this, Attachments by Rainbow Rowell, and I just did a pretty long and thorough review of this. Click the card here, and I will also leave a link in the description box below. In summary, any enjoyment I found within this book was overshadowed by the romance that happens in it, which I didn't really agree with. There were also a few other things that happened in the book that just gave me pause, and I know that is very vague and very broad, so I guess to give a little more context of what this book is about. It follows a guy named Lincoln who his job is to basically read people's emails, and he comes across two colleagues and best friends, and what do you know, one of these ladies catches his attention. Oh, by the way, that's the summary. That's pretty much the synopsis of it, without giving anything else away. Anywho's, it was an easy read, and there was a lot of wit within the book. I think the writing was also clear. However, overall, it just was not my cup of tea. I can't say that I would recommend it. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Okay, on that cheery note, the 2 other books that I am going to talk about, I haven't actually finished, which probably makes it a no-no in talking about, but yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. So, I'll keep it short-ish, since I haven't actually finished these books. Yeah, therefore, my current reads are The Wicked Cometh by, Laura Carlin. I'm doing so well on this. And the other one is Deep Breaths. The magical worlds of the Lord of the Rings, the amazing myths, legends, and facts behind the masterpiece by David Colbert. The second book, this book, it's a freaking mouthful, but at least you know exactly what you're getting within the book. Unlike The Wicked Cometh, I mean, you can kind of interpret, but anywho's. Yeah, okay, so let's just continue on. The Wicked Cometh. Yes, we love visuals. The Wicked Cometh is a historical fiction and mystery which it's kind of hard to summarize without giving anything away, but it follows a girl named Hester White who lives in London, England in 1831, and may I just say, if there is any factual truth to London during this time period, I am crossing this off my time travel list. Pip pip not so cheerio. Anyway, Hester is very down on her luck until things happen, and she has a chance to make things better in her life. But ho, what's this? Fate, or the gods, or Hester's general luck is just making things difficult and dangerous for her. Lots of people disappearing in this book. I have just under 100 pages left out of this. Is this 337? Hold on. Yeah, 337 pages, and I like it well enough. But that's all you're gonna get from me. Ooh, I'm such a tease. Next on the list is this book, which I shan't repeat. It's the one by David, the Lord of the Rings one. So for this one, I am just a touch over halfway through it, and I'm definitely enjoying myself with this one. I read Lord of the Rings when I was 13 and 14 years old. I've seen the movies, both the theatrical and the extended edition, just approximately a bajillion times, so you can say that I'm a fan. And therefore, I am having much enjoyment in learning more about the world that Tolkien created. Okay, that is my progress so far. As I film this, slightly mixed readings, but I think overall I am having a swell time. More book-related videos to come forth, to commence, to be had. No, I will make more videos on books. God, I've got this. I've nailed it. So let me know if you have read any of these books in the comments down below. But that is it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Oh, and class dismissed. Bye! Oh hey guys, it's me, the voice of Rose. So in case you were curious, here is going to be a very quick bookshelf tour. So, pretty much all of these are my husband's. Oh, got tilted there. And yeah, all of that and some of this is mine. And then, yeah, just the rest. La 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 la. This is so wonderful. Aren't my panning skills so great? Yeah, all of those. Those are all the books I own. This right here, which you've seen peeks of in videos, especially Olaf. Cheeky son of a gun. He's always peeking out. These are all of my stuffed animals. I'm not ashamed. Just, you know what? Keep things that make you happy. I don't know why I'm talking with my finger, but I'm gonna stop that now. Anyways, the point. Whoosh. Yeah, these are all the books I own. Some of these I have not read. Some of them I have, and some of them I need to reread and all that jazz. Okay, that's, yeah, I think that's the end. Bye now.